super cute kids headphones that limit the maximum volume. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out these. These are the Altec Lansing ANC Bluetooth kids headphones, and there's a lot going for them, but there's one design choice that they made that you really want to know about. But let's start with the most important thing, is that these are for 7-year-old and above, and they are adjustable, so I can actually wear them on my head, though it's a little bit of a stretch. And they fold up a little bit. So there's no hinge in the center here, so that's as fold up as they get. They do not include a carrying case or a bag or anything, but for most kids, they're just going to be thrown in their backpacks or something, so probably not a problem. Now, they have an 85 decibel volume limit, and that is hard built into this system. So there's no secret button sequence that lets the kids circumvent that. And that's really important, because you do not want your little people listening to anything really loud, whether it's music or games or YouTube videos or whatever it is that they want to enjoy. It's fine for them to have good audio, but it's not good for it to get really loud. So this will limit that and help with them not having any hearing loss. It's pretty important. Now, it also has active noise cancellation, but therein lies their design mistake. So it might not be a big deal to you or to your kids, but you're going to have to train them that the power and the ANC are two independent circuits. What does that mean? That I can turn on power, turn on ANC or active noise cancellation, then turn off the headphones, and it's still draining battery because the ANC is still running. This is not just a kid's headphone thing. I've seen this on other like adult headphones too, and I think it's a design mistake, because I think if I power it down, it should power everything down, but it doesn't. And you can see that because I can turn on ANC separate to everything else, and I get a little green light right here showing me ANC is active even though the headphones are turned off. So what this means is that you're going to have to train your children, if they're going to use active noise canceling, which is obviously a huge win on airplanes or in cars or any environment where there's background noise. You're going to have to train them to turn off the ANC, then turn off the headphones and double check the little tiny lights to make sure neither of them are illuminated. Not a big deal, but something you'll want to know. Now, they do feature 15-hour battery life, and they charge via USB-C. And no surprise, it comes with a little USB-C to USB-A charging cable, and you can use them in wired mode. So if it does run out of battery, then you can just plug 3.5 millimeter into the headphones and then 3.5 millimeter into the source device, and it'll work fine. And that's why ANC is separate. So you can use ANC in wired mode, but I would still argue that if I turn off the headphones, it should turn off the ANC. So, you now know the sort of different ways it works. And so they call these a 2-in-1 because you can use them in wired or wireless mode. They are IPX4 sweat proof, but not necessarily waterproof. But the good news is if your child is wearing it and it starts to rain and then they're like, oh, I should put my hoodie up or something, then it getting wet is not going to hurt the headphones. So that's pretty much everything I have. I thought I could give you a quick demo of what it sounds like when it is actually recording, because it also has built-in microphones. So first off, let's make sure. So the music is working, and I'm going to just go into my voice recorder, and now what you're hearing is my voice is picked up by the Altec Lansing ANC Bluetooth Kids headphones. And it's not going to win any awards. It doesn't sound like you're standing right next to me or anything, but in a pinch, it's a really great option to be able to do that. And then when you're done, you just go back to listening to your music, or more likely listening to your game. Now, let me switch back to my regular microphone. And that's pretty much everything. We should talk about the audio quality, because I will say, because I could put these on my head, I did. And then I listened to a variety of different music, and they actually sound really good. Altec Lansing has pretty much dialed in really good audio reproduction. They've been around for a super long time, and these have really nice sound. It's a little small, intimate sound stage, and the bass is maybe a little less defined than it could be, but honestly, we're talking about budget kids headphones. And when I tell you the price, you will be shocked that they include ANC at that price point. But even without that, these are just a really good option, and I really want to entreat you to take care of your kids' hearing. Don't just give them adult headphones and assume they're not going to go crazy with that volume control. That is not going to end well when they hit their 20s or 30s or even older, because they're going to have hearing loss. So headphones that have volume limiting is a wonderful thing, and these are a really solid option as long as you understand that trade-off between ANC power and full power. Now, before I wrap up, I also want to show you that the right-hand side has 4 different buttons, and they are ANC on and off, volume down, and if you push and hold, that is previous track, and then power, and then volume up, and if you hold it down, you will get next track. So pretty straightforward usability. There's no touch pads, there's no complexity, there's no apps to pair with. It's just a plug and go, and so many devices now have Bluetooth that these will work great with a lot of different gaming systems too. So definitely ones to check out. Now, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, so go ahead and click on that subscribe button in the corner and then hit the bell icon for notifications, and give me a thumbs up if you found this was of value. I definitely appreciate your feedback. Cool. These are the Altec Lansing ANC Bluetooth kids headphones, and they come in 11 different color combinations. This is white out electric purple for obvious reasons, and they have 2 different price points, which is interesting. So if you have a child that is totally fine with multiple color choices, go and look at all the different choices to see which ones are less expensive, because why not, right? So these whiteout electric purple are $34.99, currently discounted down to $29.99, and there's a 10% coupon dropping it down to $26.99 at Amazon.com. These are volume limiting kids headphones with active noise canceling for $26.99. That is crazy. I remember when you couldn't touch ANC for under $100. So definitely ones to check out, know their strengths, know their weaknesses. I think your kids will be delighted with these. And remember, if they forget to turn off ANC, you can use them in wired mode. So that works well too. That's all I got. I'm gonna go back to some music, so I'll have to catch you in my next video.